About your great service,
Anything, any experience.
What I'm going to say is absolutely impromptu because when I came here, I was told that I should be part of the ceremony. Taking that aside, on the 76th anniversary of our independence, as also our 77th Independence Day, I take this opportunity to wish our family, the Riddhi Tower family, a very happy, healthy, prosperous, joyful and a peaceful and an atmosphere of lot of cordiality in the entire society. They said today, Modi has said, Har Ghar Tiranga. But I would like to add another small portion to it. Har Ghar Tiranga, Har unless this comes, there is no point of this gentleman on top of us. It is an attitude which matters. Now, we do a lot of ritual. This is a part of a ritual, but that ritual has to be translated into actions, into your attitude, into your mind, into your mental makeup, and into your overall benefit for the nation. Ultimately, it is the nation first. I'm not saying my own, but this is which comes from the heart. So something which comes from the heart has to be there. And we especially, I now will come to my Fauji thing. We especially Faujis have got a very, this is the national flag. We die for our Naam, Namak and Nishan. Naam is word. Ek dawa bol diya. Namak is the salt that we take. And Nishan is this. So this is the Fauji three, Naam, Namak, Nishan. These are the three aspects for which a soldier lays down his life. Let me tell you, any sacrifice is worth it. But laying down one life is the supreme sacrifice. Even a person when he is on the deathbed, what does he feel? He feels, can I live for some more time? Which means that sense of sacrifice when you know, and I have seen this happening in 3 operations that I have taken part. In 1971 operation, which is my battalion, it is called Battle of Basanta. If you can, now it is all declassified, so you can always go to Google and see. It's called the Battle of Basanta. It was fought on the western sector. It was there we had 2 PVCs, Paramveer Chakra. One PVC was from the infantry, 3rd Grenadiers, Colonel Hoshiar Singh. The second PVC was from the Armored Corps, Arun Khetrapal. People have, you can Google it and see also. Arun Khetrapal, they showed utmost bravery in the, of course, we were also brave, but it's not that everybody cannot be given a PVC. Each one contributed his might to that battle. And that battle was, we were able to stall Pakistan and earn a big chunk of territory on the west. But we lost it politically. That's okay. That's a political decision in which the army, we abide by what the politicians say, because this is a democratic army. Right, coming to this 71 operations, I just want to tell you an incident where I was a 1-star general. We call that a 1-star general, 2nd lieutenant. I was commissioned a year ago. I was commissioned on 20th December 1970. Half of you were not born. So in 1 year we saw operations, and that is Operation Cactus Lily, which was the western sector. Eastern sector was Bangladesh. Here on the ceasefire was declared on the 17th of December 1971. Before that, we were planning the operations. Then General Sam Manekshaw, then become Field Marshal, Domo, one of the best generals that the Indian Army has produced. Sam, Hormozji, Framji, Manekshaw, SHFJ Manekshaw. We were waiting for the balloon to go up, as they say. These balloons are of course here. And on 3rd December, we preempted Pakistan to attack from their air force into the base, Indian base. not Indian base, what is that base in Punjab? No, Hachimara is Punjab mein. Anyway, in Punjab, one of the base, their fighters came and dropped bomb, and with that the balloon went up. We were waiting. We were as the moment we went in, it was the day of 12th of December 1971, when I, as a one-star general, was called by my brigade major. Brigade major is a major who is looking after the entire brigade operations. Sorry, I hope I'm not. Right. If it is of interest, I can continue. It so happened that I was called and I was asked to take a patrol into the Pakistani. We had already crossed the IB. Remember, there we have got IB, not LOC. IB is a very clearly demarcated. The difference between IB and LOC is IB is a very clearly demarcated geographical thing, and it is surveyed and it is recorded on your survey maps. LOC is an imaginary line. If I stand here and say my line of LOC runs from Abhay to Mrs. Kharbanda to say Joshi and then to Kharbanda that way, so that's an imaginary. That is my concept. Paki sitting that side, he will say my line runs from your madam, Shivan, to me to Kharbanda. So that is just an imaginary and it is not clearly demarcated. This problem we are having with China, where the LOC, that is LOC and LAC. Now, difference between LAC and LOC, and I am not going into that. What happened? I was called and I was asked to take a recce patrol. Patrols are of two types, not what you put into your gadi, but this is PATROL, patrol. Recce patrol and protective patrol. Recce patrol is a small unit which does not get involved in fighting with the enemy. Protective patrol is a patrol consisting of a little more men with more arms and ammunition, but which will stop and fight the enemy. A recce patrol was given, and the normal terminology for a patrol mission is, I was told, it is in Hindi because all our verbal orders are in Hindi. This was a place called Bada Pind in Pakistan, south of Shakargarh. If you can Google, you can see south of Shakargarh, Sialkot. क्या इलाका बड़ा पिंड में दुश्मन है? नंबर 1 मिशन. नंबर 2 मिशन, अगर है तो किस तादाद में है? तादाद मीन्स नंबर 2 एंड 3, क्या उधर का जाने का रास्ता फोर्डेबल है? क्योंकि देयर वाज अ रिवर व्हिच वाज नाला, मेहलवान नाला. इज दैट फोर्डेबल? कैन आवर ट्रूप्स गेट अक्रॉस? सो दीज 3 टास्क वर गिवन टू मी, and I had a patrol, my 10 people with me to go, and I had an engineer person with me. At that time, engineers were required to prod for what? Mine. That is what they were. There were 2-3 methods of checking of the minefield, but this was the most manual method of checking, because you have to move. You cannot have a system by which. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we crossed the Mehelwan Nala. When we crossed the Mehelwan Nala, this is an offshoot of this Jhelum River, which is coming from Jammu side. And that was just about 6 inches deep, the Mehelwan Nala. By the time we went to Bada Pind and we drew fire, how do you find what is the extent of enemy? You fire here and you fire there. The moment he fires with an automatic weapon here and there, you know, okay, this is the frontage. It is just a very conventional. These days, these tactics don't work. These days, drone goes up and he surveys the area and gets. But this time, the information was practical. So we fired 2 extents, and at that time, in a section consisting of 10 men, Indian Army had only 1 light machine gun. That time, Pakistanis had 2 machine guns in their section, which means their area of coverage and frontage and killing zone was better than the Indian Army, double the. So, with a smaller body of troops, we could occupy a larger frontage. Okay, we went through the fire. It is not twilight. It was at about 3:30 early in the morning when we decided to extricate from there. By the time we reached the Mehelwan Nala, can you imagine what height would that Nala have been? Any guesses? 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, it was 6 feet. high. The small trickle, 6-inch nala, because in the catchment area, melting of ice as also the rains. Now, how do you cross? And we don't have any crossing method other than we take these type of ropes for our safety. Anyway, we went. At certain places there are crossing places. Even if it is 6 feet high in one place, maybe that over a kilometer away it would reduce. Anyway, we came across the Mehalwan Nala, and Pakistanis had laid complete minefield from the international border to wherever they said we will allow Indian Army to come only there, but there nothing there. Anyway, early morning, that is called twilight, before first light. First light is when the sun comes up a little bit and you can see, you can make out, yeah, this is Mr. Nipani. Silhouette from the Silhouette side. So before that is an hour before that is called the twilight. In twilight when we came, we started walking, we felt something uncomfortable under our feet. And lo and behold, it is a minefield. And your heart goes, the moment you step on a mine, and if it is there are two types, anti-personal, anti-tank. If you step on an anti-personal mine, your leg lasts. And connected with the anti-personal mine is a M16, fragmentation mine. And it is connected by a very thin wire, you can't see with the naked eye. The moment that goes up, the whole section gets wiped out. Anyway, notwithstanding that, we were not aware what sort of a minefield is there. So we had our engineer person, we told him to crawl, got that ordered. We have a pattern by which the minefields are laid. So many feet this way, so many feet this way, so many feet that way. So if it is an anti-tank minefield, every the 2 times the size of a tank width is what we need. So that if they come and attack you in a frontage formation, both the tanks get hit by the Anyway, we prodded, and just imagine standing in a minefield without knowing what is what. It is not that simple. I was also afraid. I don't say that I am not afraid. I was afraid, but I can't show that in front of my troops. My troops. If I do that, then the whole, and that is the strength of the Indian Army. The strength of the Indian Army lies in its officers. No doubt in that. Anyway, we prodded. And the heart rate is going up, the pulse rate is going up, and everything is going up. We prodded. Luckily, it was just minefield, anti-tank. So we took the courage. Even if you step on an anti-tank mine, it won't explode because it requires a certain amount of dimensional weight. Only then it explodes. So this is something which I missed my heartbeat in 1971, and I am so happy that. Of course, there are many more, not stories. People say, tell me the stories of 71. I said, sorry, these are not stories, these are actuals. These are actuals, not stories. Because this is not, now let me tell you, this is like a photographic memory to me. I can keep on talking about it even without reference to any notes or anything like that. If you want even the deployment, I can tell you how 54 day was deployed, 1-4 was deployed, and how we went to anything. That photographic memory. But if you ask me what I had for breakfast today, I may not be able to see. That is beside the point. Right, thank you so much, and thank you for your patient hearing. And once again, I take this opportunity to wish the entire Riddhi Tower family, Parivarjan, and today a new terminology has been coined by our Prime Minister. Earlier he used to say Bhaiyo Behno, and he used to say then Mere Deshvasiyo. Today he says Mere Parivarjano. So I will also use that terminology. Mere Parivarjano. Thank you so much. God bless you.